Hello champs, welcome back. In this module, we are solving some important problems on continuity. What is it? When you have an equation of f of x, if you have observed 2 root of x square plus 1 plus k for x is less than 0 is continuous at x equal to 0. What does that mean? Here it is given in the question that f of x is continuous at x equal to 0 and we have to find the value of k. If f of x is continuous at x equal to 0, we already know the equation that x is tending towards 0 minus f of x and that value is equal to limit is tending towards 0 plus f of x and which is equal to the f of x at that point and it is x equal to 0. But in this case, mark this point very important. F of x and which is equal to x square plus 1 is same for both x is greater than 0 and x is equal to 0. So hence we will find only one of them. F of x at x equal to 0. In this case, when it is equal to 0, it is what? X square plus 1. So in this case, substituting x as 0, equation would be 1. So I can say the f of x at x equal to 0 is nothing but 1. Followed by this, you also require the left hand limit. So what is that? Limit x is tending towards 0 minus f of x. So by observing the question, for 0 minus, the equation is 2 into root of x square plus 1 plus k. Over here also, substituting x as 0. So your value becomes 2 into root of 0 square plus 1 plus k. Hence the answer is 2 plus k. So I can say that limit x is tending towards 0 minus f of x is equal to 2 plus k. As f of x is continuous at x equal to 0, we already know the equation that 0 minus condition is equal to the f of x at x equal to 0. Hence, I can say that limit f of x when x is tending towards 0 minus is equal to f of x. But we also know that each of the values for 0 minus, the value was 2 plus k. And for f of x at x equal to 0, it was plus 1. So while equating, the equation would be 2 plus k is equal to 1 and hence I can say the value of k is minus 1. Students, such type of problems you can expect in examinations. Next, moving ahead with the next problem. You need to find the value of k so that the function f of x is continuous at the indicated point. In this case it is 0. So I can say here it is even in the question that f of x is continuous at x equal to 0. We have to find the value of k. If f of x is continuous at x equal to 0, you already know this equation. It simply states limit x is tending towards 0 f of x is equal to f of x at x equal to 0. So f of x at x equal to 0 is your required value, that is k. So from the left hand, it is for 0. It would be, already we have a condition that is 3 raised to x minus of 3 raised to minus x upon sin x. Students, as soon as you see this equation, you remember something. Yes. What is that? If you have solved such problems earlier, that is what to do in this case. Add and subtract 1 in the numerator. Wondering why? Just hold on for some time. What it would be if you add and subtract 1? It would be 3 raised to x minus 1 minus 3 raised to minus x plus 1 upon sin x. Now divide by x in numerator as well as denominator. There is a wonderful change. You observe there is a 3 raised to x minus 1 upon x minus of 3 raised to minus x minus 1 upon x and this whole upon sin x by x. Definitely you have remembered that for balancing the equation, coefficient of x is to be multiplied and divided by minus 1. So the equation would be now 3 raised to x minus 1 upon x plus 3 raised to minus x minus 1 upon minus x and the whole upon sin x by x. After observing this equation, you already know the answer. What is it? Standard formulae. X is tending towards 0. A raised to x minus 1. The whole by x is given by log a. So, every term in the numerator can be compared with this standard formulae. And sin x by x is 1. So, we have got it. That is log 3 plus log 3. The whole upon 1. So, it is 2 log 3. And it would be log of 3 square, and which is log 9. So, as f of x is continuous at x equal to 0, limit f of x when x is tending towards 0 minus is equal to f of x. In this case, the value is log 9 for 0 minus and k for f of x. So, the value of k is nothing but log 9. In this case, if k is log 9, always make sure the problems which contains the value of k, you would have a condition already in the question. So, students, keep solving problems, enjoy learning, rise and shine. Thank you.